6 different types of self-care. So my questions would be like, I guess kind of long because I would want to go through like each type of self-care, and then I want to know like what you guys do for each type if you do all the types of self-care. So really quick, I'll just read the different types of self-care. It's actually 8 of them. The first one is physical, which is like, walking, sleeping, stretching, stuff like that. So anything like kind of exercise or relaxation. The next is emotional, which is coping skills, stress management, stuff like that. Social self-care, which is like having good boundaries, talking to your support system, your relationship with your families. The next is spiritual. If you are spiritual, who or what do you connect with? Do you meditate? Do you go out into nature? Do you like have a special place in your house where you just go to like chill? Stuff like that. The next one is personal, which is like hobbies, goals, identity, stuff like that. Space. So pretty much where you feel safe. So do you have like a safe place, a healthy environment, a clean space? That's also self-care. Like if you like to make sure that your room is clean before you go to bed, or you like to make sure your closet is neat, stuff. Okay. And then the next is financial, which is a big self-care because you don't want to spend all your money in one place or spend all your money in general. So do you have good boundaries with yourself and your money management? And then the next is work. So that for you guys, it'd be work, indoor school, which is like time management. Do you give yourself breaks? And how do you cope like when you're stressed out? I know that was a lot. And so I'll be happy to repeat myself if you guys have questions. But yeah, I kind of just want to go around and maybe we can talk about first, like, what do you guys do for like physical, emotional, and social self-care? I'll give you time to think.
What is emotional self-care again?
Emotional self-care is like stress management, coping skills that you may use, anything that you do to pretty much de-stress.
Can I go?
Yeah.
For my physical self-care, I sometimes do some stretching because it's kind of relaxing to me. And I also sometimes go out on walks to kind of calm down. For my emotional self-care, when I'm stressed out or when I'm having a hard time, I usually just take a step back and just kind of relax and then dive back into what I'm doing. And then for the social self-care, I usually just, whenever I'm on my break time or like I have nothing else to do, I usually either talk to you guys or talk to my family and play some games with them, like Among Us or I don't know.
Okay. Nice. Thanks for those tips. Um,
Miss Sierra, do you want to share yours? Maybe they can get some ideas so it's good examples for each category.
Yeah, I don't mind sharing. Let me make that big. Okay, so for my physical self-care, I actually did some today because I just been sitting at the computer way too long. So I went for a walk in my driveway just because I didn't feel like walking down the street, but I just walked my driveway basically. Which was something, and I did that for like 20 minutes. And I waved at people that walked by. No, I didn't know them. I just waved because why not? So that's what I did today. But normally for physical self-care, I do try to do something outside. And then I'll tell you guys like my self-care goal, which is to start doing yoga in the mornings. So I want to start getting up like super early, well, early for me, which is like 6 or 6:30, and doing like yoga for like 20 to 30 minutes and then getting ready for the day. For emotional self-care, I journal every week. I'm normally pretty quiet. as far as if I'm going through something, but I definitely make sure I journal. Um, and then for social, I feel like I'm pretty good with boundaries for the most part. I'm pretty good with boundaries, so I don't really have a lot of social stressors because, yeah, I'll more than likely just like let the person know or people know what's going on in the moment. Um, and also something that is helpful for my social self-care is limiting my time on social media because I feel like after a while it's very repetitive and overwhelming, like taking in the same thing over and over and over all day every day, and also not very it's not, for me it's also poor financial self-care because I follow a lot of like clothes and stuff pages, so then I'm like, oh, I want to go buy this, I want to buy that, I want, so yeah, so it's good for me to just limit my time on social media. But yeah, that's a few things. Oh, and another relaxation thing that I do is I love candles. I have one right here actually, and this is my favorite scent. It's like almost gone, you can see, but yeah, this is my favorite scent. It is the pumpkin pecan waffles. They only have it for the holidays, and so I buy like a lot of them during the holidays just to last me until fall comes around again and I can get them again. So yeah, I have like 5 more of these. Yeah. All right, all right. I did some A's. Can we get some more A's and then we're gonna add some more Q's? Come on, let's do this.
Abigail put hers in the chat. If I can read it out. So she put for physical self-care, she takes walks. She's like I can also just look outside and that calms me down for a bit. For emotional self-care, I like to see what stress I might be having and try to fix that by either taking breaks or just staying optimistic. And for social self-care, I talk to my friends and family and confide in them. So that was for Abigail.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Abigail.
I like that. I like the staying optimistic too. I feel like just having a certain perception can push you a long way. It's really good.
Mm-hmm. For sure. For sure. I see someone's off of mute.
Yeah, I was gonna go right now. So for physical self-care, as Ava said, like stretch, I would do that for physical self-care. For emotional self-care, I don't know, I do this all the time, but like I usually draw what I'm feeling, like most of the time. So I always get like a piece of paper or like my notebook, and I just like start drawing what emotion I'm feeling or like what's on my mind. I don't know, it's weird about me. I do that all the time. And then for social self-care, I don't know, I usually like talking with friends because like during this whole quarantine, like I haven't been able to get in contact with friends a lot, so I've been trying to do that throughout this whole quarantine. So, and then as Miss Tia said, like something that like relaxes me most of the time, I just like listening to music half the time.
Nice. What type of music do you listen to?
For me, I usually listen to like I don't know, piano music. Most of the time, I usually listen to a lot of piano music. I actually have some on my SoundCloud playlist because I just listen to that all day. Sometimes I even add like K-pop or like Japanese music as well. Like
Nice.
anything that's like calm, then I'll be fine.
Well, that's cool. Okay. Okay. And then can I ask can I be a little nosy and ask when you say like you draw your feelings, like what are you like drawing? Are you drawing like shapes? Are you drawing people? Like what do you draw?
Okay, so I usually draw people and then I draw like the emotion that I'm feeling with the character that I'm doing.
Got it. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. Nice.
So for physical self-care, I tend to like work out with my mom if I can. So we just get like a workout in. We'll like go to the gym, but because most of the time the gym is closed. So like when we are able to go, we'll go. But otherwise, I'll just go run around my neighborhood for like 30 minutes just to get all my stress out and everything. But for emotional self care, I would just listen to like like
Michael, you're going.
I don't know baby music or like nature sounds, just like hearing the rain in the background. Just helps me to stay calm. Or I'll listen to music, yeah. And I don't know, sometimes I feel like just having a little like stress ball that you could just squeeze also helps to like meditate when you're stressed. But for social, I would just like contact my friends. I mean, I see them every day, but like the ones that I don't see, I would just contact them, make sure that they're like okay because of COVID, and yeah, basically what I do.
Nice. That was actually like one of my questions that I had, and you just answered like part of the question. One of the questions was who who am I going to connect with today? So like since we're unable to like clearly physically see each other, we're all on Zoom, like is there a person every day that you guys like your go-to person, like you know what, I'm going to check on this person today, like, and again, this is like for your social self-care, just to make sure you're getting some sort of interaction because we're all in the house all day. So do the rest of you guys have like a person like that you reach out to, or do you schedule like a day like, okay, today's the day I'm going to reach out to my friends, we're going to Zoom, or I don't know, they're going to walk by and I'm going to wave out the window or anything like that?
Well, for me, there's this one girl. Her name is can I say her name?
I think so, yeah.
Jessica. And I usually talk to her whenever I'm finished with my homework. Well, not talk, but text. And we usually, I don't know, talk about anime, webtoons.
No, it's not printed.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Abigail, do you have anybody that you like to talk to or chat with, text, anything? And then Kim, we check up on each other once in a while. Nice. Okay. What about you, nerdy girl?
So it's actually, well, does it have to be one? Because I have two.
Yeah, you can say both of them.
So my two friends I talk to are Nicole and this another kid, Ariel. Like we usually like talk about like problems in life most of the time, and like try to like help each other throughout like problems in the past and like what we're concerned about in the future. We also like having weird conversations most of the time, but they're really fun to talk to.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's cool. You guys talk on Zoom?
Yeah, we talk on Zoom, through Gmail. Actually, one of my friend, Nicole, she actually had problems with a kid who was saying mean things to her. She didn't know Ariel at the time, but I was there to like help talk to the kid. And since then they actually like she stopped bugging her, so I was able to help her out with that problem.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. I like that. Got some conflict resolution happening. I like that. Especially amongst the peers. I feel like when you can do it like within your peer group, it just makes it that much more, I don't know, like effective versus like having to bring in adults. Yeah. I feel like you like receive it better when it's like amongst the circle. Yeah. And it just kind of goes a lot smoother. The communication.
There are other friends that I talk to, but those are like the main two I like come to first if I'm like feeling down or having concerns.
Nice.
And if one of them doesn't respond, I just go to the other. So like those are my two trustworthy friends.
I like that. So you have like a good social support system. That's good. Okay. So, my stuff is like more so geared around like us being the stay-at-home orders because this is how we have to figure out how to do our self-care, which is at home. I wanted to know, what expectations of normal am I letting go of today? So, what expectation of normal am I letting go of today? And I like that question because I feel like not letting go of normal, but adjusting to a new normal is really important right now. And I think that that will help decrease a little bit of the frustration that we all probably feel about being stuck in the house. Of like, one day I was like, oh, like this, my favorite restaurant near my house is Fiesta Martin. I'm like, oh, I really want to go to Fiesta Martin. And I'm like, I can't. So for me, like, to answer that question, if I had to answer it, it was like, oh, well, maybe I can learn how to make wet burritos. Like, maybe I can learn how to do the thing myself. Maybe I can learn how to like make some fire grilled shrimp like I get at the restaurant. So so that's something that I would say, an expectation like that I would be letting go of the fact that I can't go to the restaurant. But on the flip side, I can learn how to make my favorite food myself. So what expectation of normal have you guys, or do you think you guys should let go of in order to kind of adjust to where we are now?
If we can jump back to you, Abigail put something in the chat. So she put going to Vietnamese school on the weekends. Instead, now her mom teaches her so that she can continue on to the next grade next year without having to physically be at those Vietnamese schools. So that's cool, Abigail. I like that. That's cool too, but you can spend more time with your mom as well and learn directly from her. So that's really cool. Audrina, you said you wanted to go?
Yeah, so usually going to Disneyland on the weekends, but since that is closed now, I usually just find videos of you on YouTube, like with like things of the park and like secrets on like most of the things there. So that has been really like a big distraction for me, thinking like the parks are still closed.
That's cool. That gives you that, Disneyland rush, if you will, from home, and now you'll know more for when the parks do open and you get to go again.
Yeah, and look out for all like those hidden features that I missed.
Very cool.
Yeah, I like that. I think I'm gonna do that.
I would say like because of COVID, like back then we used to like be able to go out a lot, like a lot of like fun places would be open, but now because of COVID, it's like I just adjust to it, but like staying home to like not spread the disease, and like I just keep myself entertained at home. I don't know, like watch Netflix or YouTube, just kind of like play outside, just keep myself active and busy. Like nowadays, I just feel like you have more time to do that.
That's true.
Very true.
That's true. Ooh, do you guys have something like pre-lockdown, pre-COVID, like something that you guys like, you know what, if I had more time, I would do that thing. And like now that we all have time to do it, like did you guys like ever do like have that moment? Like, if I had more time, I would do this thing. Like, what was the thing that you guys wished you could do if you had more time? And did you do it? Ava?
For me, it was playing more games, and I did play more games.
What did you play the most? Which game did you play the most?
Probably Among Us or Genshin Impact.
Okay. Then Abigail said, I would go out more and spend time with my family without worry. Yeah, definitely.